Hey guys, what's up? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of Fruits Basket Season 2 on episode 22, or you could call it episode 47 in the overall total number. 25 episodes in the first season, and we're up to the 22nd episode of the second season. Add those together, you get 47. Anyways, this episode right here was actually pretty nice, and that ending right there actually got me, concerned. At the same time, I hope it's just a small step, but many people say otherwise, But if anything else, let's just get this started. We have to it that Yuki continues his talk with Kakeru about what Toru Honda really is to him, he does see her as a mother and everything else all together, and there are some things that he doesn't say to Kakeru, such as that time with when Kyo transformed and Toru ran after him, and that's when he saw her as womanly. But I think it's something about seeing seeing Toru as a mother figure. And I think Kakeru had to ruin somewhat of a moment by throwing a soccer ball at Yuki's face, and they end up kicking a soccer ball at each other in total anger, And Kimi ends up showing up and punches Kakeru to knock it off, And they end up having a little small talk here and there about what's up. And Kakeru and Yuki, they seem to get a better understanding of each other, even though Yuki does confess to Kakeru what he thinks of Toru, which takes a lot of guts, man. I see Yuki having to still continue his way and having to grow and eventually, And we had to it that Toru was trying to practice her lines, and of course we had to it that Shigure realizes that Kyo's gonna be the prince in the Cinderella story, and Kyo's like, hey, stop it, this ain't something you're supposed to be doing. And he ends up being upset and takes the script from Toru, and she ends up saying, give it back, and they end up having to and we have to it that Kyo's like, don't you dare tell Shisho about this, you hear me? And we had to that Kyo was trying to get the freaking script from her, and it was really funny. And Kyo's like, you're too slow. And freaking Yuki's like, how childish are you, And we have to it that that Kyo's gonna go upstairs to eat, and we had to it that Yuki decides to tell Kyo that the hat that you lost or something, Toru Honda actually has it now. This actually shocks the living heck out of Kyo, but at the same time, it seems to upset him, And he, on the other hand, decides to get on out, etc. Everyone is rehearsing for Cinderella, and of course, Toru was doing her best to try to play the evil stepsister, but it looks like to me it's not working out for her, which is really pitiful, And of course, she wants to make sure she's actually doing her best right now for for Minasan and Ayame-san, who created the costumes for them, for Cinderella. And of course, everyone's trying to wonder where Kyo's at, so they can laugh at him when he's acting, which is really annoying, honestly, Because I understand you want to put out jokes and all that, but seriously, man, when someone's actually trying to work the hardest to try to put up an act in a certain play or not, try not to laugh too hard on it, even though if it is meant to be funny in a certain way. Come on, man. I'm pretty sure anyone who's been through that must have really hated it, but unless it's a comedy play, I don't know, man. All I know is two boys and Uotani. Hey, I love you, Uo-chan, but seriously, you gotta stop being such a B. I don't mean to be a jerk about that either, but I guess that's how she is, okay? But aside from that, Yuki decides to go look for Kyo, and we have to that Kyo ends up remembering the time when he had a hat that Yuki ended up picking up. He doesn't want it anymore if he touched it, And the way I look at it, it looks like Kyo is being such an a-hole in this one, Although I understand in a certain way of why, maybe Kyo is acting this way, but it's still not really cool, man. But aside from that, we have to it when Kyo's thinking about a couple of things. Yuki's like, hey, why are you sulking like a kid, huh? Everyone's actually waiting for you for the rehearsal. Can you go back over there? And we have to it that Kyo's like, look, I'm not sulking, okay? And it's not your concern. I hate that play, and it makes me sick to my stomach. And we have to it that eventually Yuki's like, you're gonna get everyone worried, etc. I mean, are you gonna keep Honda and everyone else all concerned about you like this? And we have to it that, like, I'm going like, don't you say a damn word about her, you hear me? And we have to it that, like, Kyo really lashes out at Yuki saying, man, you have no idea what the hell I am, okay? You have a mom and dad, you're praised by them and unneeded by others. You surpass me easy while I struggle badly. You can never understand how it feels to be like me, okay? You're a freaking prince. You always had everything you ever needed. You'll never understand how to be the idiot that never gets anything and wants an idiotically impossible thing. You got it? And we have to it that Yuki looks at him in like a sad sorrow kind of face. I don't know what it is, but all I know is Kyo might have an idea what's going on, but we have to it that Kyo has these words running through his head saying, you wouldn't want not having anyone to hate, right? And we have to it that Kyo ends up punching a window in anger, maybe because of like maybe to try to hold back or something, and he even tells Yuki to go to hell, And we have to it that there are two people talking to Yuki, and of course one of them that's at the appearance is Machi, We have one of them saying that, oh, I wish you were a prince, and you could have played very nicely in the Cinderella story. But Machi, on the other hand, says, no, the president is nothing like a prince. And we have to it that Yuki's really shocked to see how she could just say that, and etc. And we have to it that, like, we have to it that Toru Honda was actually waiting for Kyo in the classroom and ends up saying, hey, we kind of rewrote the script and trying to change things up a bit because, I couldn't really do the evil stepsister very well, but we changed up the script to make things easier for me and maybe for you as well. So it'll be great if you could try to participate if you can, And we have to it that Kyo says, fine, I'll do it, okay? And he says to Toru, please do not laugh at me, okay? And we have to it that the next episode title is called Something Like Cinderella. So, yeah. Anyways, this episode does show a little bit more of Yuki's vulnerable sides. Seeing that he's showing this to Kakeru is actually pretty rare. I mean, like, it's really nice to know to see how he's really telling Kakeru all this. And, Kakeru having to ruin the moment. But that aside, Cinderella rehearsal and, Yuki telling Kyo, oh, that hat that I found, I gave it to Toru Honda, so I don't need to return it now, do I? And we have two that Kyo was shot, And, Cinderella rehearsal, like I said, and IMA, Yuki's older brother is going to be involved with, like, having to make the cosplays or costumes or clothing for the Cinderella play. And Yuki and Kyo end up having to talk to each other, and we have to that Kyo really starts to show his true colors to Yuki about everything, how Yuki has everything he could ever have while he has absolutely nothing, while he struggles to try to get somewhere while Yuki could easily just get anywhere. But we have to that Yuki does show a vulnerable side face to Kyo to tell him, like, do you really want to do this kind of thing? I don't know. But one thing was sure, Yuki was trying to tell Kyo, like, can we just stop this already? But Kyo, on the other hand, decides not to, And, Kuragi Machi, she seemed to see that Yuki's not all princely, etc. And I think I seem to understand why, I mean, we all know Yuki did tell Toru that he does, like, put up a face or something, that kind of thing, because he doesn't want anyone to hate him, that kind of stuff. And I could see that, etc. But that aside, we had to that Kyo is going to do the play after all, even though he has some reluctance to do it because it's not his style, I mean, we all know how he is. But, Kyo, when I look at him, man, and the fact that he's still having a nasty antagonistic relationship with Yuki, despite him having to tone it down a bit, I still believe that he could still try to make amends. It's up to him, though. I mean, like, I don't know how is he going to... I really want him to make amends, but that's all on him. I mean, the guy's like... I love Kyo and Yuki at the same time, and I see Yuki having to, like, maybe cause some trouble now and then, but the way how I look towards that meeting right there, towards the end of the episode, I think he is wanting to make amends to say, come on, let's put a stop to this, alright? This is not going so well for you and me, but, Kyo's being a total jerk, but although I do understand why, in a certain way, for Kyo to maybe try to hate Yuki, because, that message right there, you wouldn't want that, would you? You need someone to hate anyway, but I don't know. like I said, I love Kyo and Yuki very much, you know, but Kyo, man, you gotta find a way how to make amends in a certain way. Otherwise, it's really gonna be nasty for yourself in the end. I mean, it's not healthy, though. People gave me hints in the comments discussions, you know. I mean, Kyo has a reason. Yeah. Sooner or later, I really hope we get to see the full picture backstory of Kyo himself, you know. I mean, like, let's be honest. We've seen bits and pictures and scenes here and there that shows about Kyo, but I really hope we see the full picture like how we seen with Yuki, you know. I mean, I look forward to that greatly. Like I said, Kyo's my boy, and you know, Yuki's my boy. I love them both, but a rat and a cat never get along. That's for sure. That aside, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Alpha Zeto. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, peace out. Bye bye. Toot toot.